Ladies and gentlemen, if I might have your attention, to begin our ceremonies, we would like to introduce the flag bearers and principals of all of the schools in the Snow Cone or Snow Canyon Cone site. From Arrowhead Elementary, student Charlotte Freihofner, John Freihofner, and principal Kim Hecky. From Coral Cliffs Elementary, Mason Shakespeare, Mannix Shakespeare, and principal Amy Cox. From Dixie Sun Elementary, Hector Gomez, Yadira Rivera, and principal Susan Hera. From Red Mountain Elementary, Camry Campbell, principal Jennifer Levitt. From Santa Clara Elementary, J.C. Goff, Zach Beck, and principal Nadine Hensey. From Sunset Elementary, Grayson Arnold, Ryan Hafey, and principal Anthony Horrocks. From Lava Ridge Intermediate, Kaman Sea, Chandler Beck, and principal Kaylin Gubler. And finally, from Snow Canyon Middle School, Anna Steele, Ben Siemens, and principal Brad Bench. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for the Snow Cone Feeder School.
my name is Hallie Purcell and I am the senior class president here at Snow Canyon High School. I'd like to welcome you to the Snow Canyon High School class of 2019's graduation. This is a long anticipated moment for each of us and we are immensely grateful you are here to share it with us. And oh, please sit. We'd like to thank you all for following our graduation policies. Please refrain from using air horns throughout the ceremony. To begin our program, we'll have our salutatorian, David Park, lead our Pledge of Allegiance. Following David, we will have a musical number performed by the Snow Canyon Madrigals, directed by Terrence Moore, called Remember Me. After our musical number, we will then hear from the student body president, Abe Lamoureux, delivering the school theme address.
Let's all rise and say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Madrigals, for that lovely musical number. I love that song so much. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you for coming and supporting all of your graduates today. I'm sure it means the world to them, and it means the world to me to see all the support the Warrior family has. Now, our school theme for this year is Will of a Warrior. Will of a Warrior. The word will has two great alternative meanings, and both are implied in our theme. The first meaning of will is the faculty by which a person decides on and initiates action. So, the first possible meaning of our theme is that each warrior has the will to decide their own fate, to decide for themselves, and to change the world. The second meaning of will that is implied is a will of remembrance. Although we aren't passing away, we are passing on to things bigger and greater than Snow Canyon High School. So, everything we've done this year has been our legacy, our will to leave behind. In all, the will of a warrior is to look ahead to the future while leaving behind a legacy. But I want to talk about something different right now. I want to talk about what it means to raise a glass. Snow Canyon High School's class of 2019, I'd like to propose a toast to you. To raise a glass is to celebrate. When somebody suggests they propose a toast, the group joins and raises their glasses to join in on celebration of achievement. It doesn't matter how old, what kind of beverage is being raised, or what the honor is. Raising a glass is a celebration of you. Raise a glass to the class of 2019. I think we can all agree it's the finest we've seen. Raise a glass to the things we've done, to the mistakes we've made, and the people we've become. Raise a glass to moving on, to becoming even greater than a sun about to dawn. Raise a glass, but don't raise it too fast. Take a second and let this moment last. You're a shooting star that's about to blast. You're a blue dot in a sky that's overcast. You're a sunny ray in a rainy forecast. Don't leave this moment in the past. Today may be the last chance you get to take a second and say, everything is going great, and I hope it stays that way. Today is just an intermission to the greatest story ever told, and you are the main character forged in Snow Canyon's mold. So take a short break, sure, get a snow cone or two, and then get back on that stage. This story needs you. But wait, there's more. Raise a glass to yesterday, tomorrow, and now. Take a breath, think about what you were, think about where you're going, and wow. You're on this stage called life. You may even think that the show is through, but little do you know, you've only finished the first act, and just how many more are to come is up to you. Raise a glass, take a moment and vow. Make life the very best before your final bow. Raise a glass. You've been doing this since you were 5. Change the world, put on a show, and remember that you are a warrior for life. Raise a glass to the second act. Raise a glass to what's to come. Raise a glass to what we've finished. Raise a glass to being number 1. Raise a glass to choosing to change the world. Raise a glass to moving out, becoming a foreigner. Raise a glass to being the master of your own fate. Raise a glass to your will as a warrior. Thank you, warriors. It's been an honor and a pleasure. To growing up, cheers.
Our valedictorian, Morgan Gertsch, will now address us, followed by a musical number by our Snow Canyon Jazz Band directed by Terrence Moore called Leapfrog. Afterwards, we'd like to turn the time over to our principal, Warren Brooks, for the presentation of candidates.
If Snow Canyon High School has taught me anything in this last year, it's the following 2 things. 1, senioritis is pretty real and it's pretty crippling. Really, if we're taking into account any of our attendance this last couple of months, it's really impressive that any of us showed up to our own graduation. I know anybody that knows me knows it was really questionable about 10 minutes ago even. The second thing I learned is that when you cram a bunch of students into a classroom or apparently into Burns Arena and then expect them to sit still and be quiet while a person talks at them from the front of the room, I give them like 5 minutes before a full-out riot ensues. I definitely learned that one from chemistry this year. That said, I think we should keep this as short as possible. I think we're all a little sick of the lessons and of the lectures. In some cases, we're even sick of the people that we've been stuck with for the past 4 years. But if we're being completely honest with ourselves, it's these people that made it worth coming to school. Our teachers who put up with way too much procrastination on our end, and our parents who listen to the endless complaints and even the endless breakdowns. But more importantly, the peers and the classmates that we've had, the friends that we've made, who despite all odds made our entire high school experience enjoyable and fun, not just bearable. We always hear that we need to revel in the moment, but now I think it's kind of time we sped through my speech and get to the celebration part. As much as graduation is about getting that certificate and that diploma and recognizing all the hard work we've put into our education, it's also about recognizing everyone who helped get us here. So with that said, let's get to the part where we can all celebrate what little time we have left before we move on to the next stage in our lives. Go have fun. We've all earned it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moore and the jazz band. Thank you, Mr. Moore, once again. That jazz band is amazing, aren't they? All you parents, I'd like you to just take 1 second and look at your graduates and feel that proudness that you feel. They're amazing. Thank you for letting them come to Snow Canyon High School. Thank you for being here. You are all awesome. We'd like to thank our feeder schools and our elementary school as well as our middle school for carrying down their school flags and leading our graduates down. They came with their administrators also. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you. We'd like to thank the Burns Arena, Dixie State University. We'd like to thank Bell Photography for taking the pictures, as well as Jostens for making all these cap and gowns possible. But most of all, we want to thank you, families and parents, so thank you. Before I present the graduates to our school board and our district administration, I first want to pay tribute, just a short one, just make more recognition to our two people that are retiring from Snow Canyon High School. First of all, I'd like him to stand, Joe Gubler, a math teacher for 21 years at Snow Canyon High School. I don't know if there is anyone who does not know Goobs. Thank you, Goobs. And the other person we'd like to pay tribute to, before Snow Canyon High School opened 25 years ago, she worked at Pineview High School for 10 years. And we came over and we opened Snow Canyon High School. I didn't come with her, I was at Dixie. We came over and we opened Snow Canyon High School. And for the last 25 years, she's been there. So we'd like to pay tribute to our retiring Mary Wilson. Mary? She's right here in the corner waving. Thank you, Mary. Mary is the attendance lady, so everyone knows her. I'd like to present the candidates. Board of Education, school board members Becky Dunn, Terry Hutchinson, Kelly Blake, Assistant Superintendent Richard Holmes, Executive Director Craig Hammer, Superintendent Larry Bergeson. On the behalf of the faculty and staff at Snow Canyon High School, it is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2019. This class has met all the requirements and standards set forth by the state of Utah and Washington County School Board of Education with flying colors. Not did they have to wait till the last day, but they did that in a timely manner. Thank you, and I'd like to present the candidates to our board member, Becky Dunn. Becky?
Graduates, what an exciting day it is today. Congratulations. It's such an outstanding day. Like Principal Brooks said, my name is Becky Dunn, and I'm a member of the Board of Education for the Washington County School District. I remember vividly my graduation day. It was the end of a fun and fantastic journey, but it was also the beginning of so much more. I'm proud of each one of you for graduating today. It's a great accomplishment, and I want to tell you two things. First of all, never give up. In life, you'll be faced with challenges. Some may seem big and some may seem small, but you can overcome them. You've proven that already because you're here today graduating. You can do hard things. You guys are strong, intelligent, tenacious, resilient, capable, and determined. Never give up on your dreams and never give up on yourself. Second, keep learning. I hope that this education experience has opened your eyes to new passions, to new talents, to new goals that you may have. I hope that it's fostered in you a desire to expand your horizons. Education is so important. Today is the end of your high school journey, but it's the beginning of a new adventure. And wherever that adventure takes you, your future holds greatness. I hope that you strive to be the best you can be and keep moving forward and keep learning. The world needs each one of you. Each one of your views are unique and beautiful and important. Remember these two things. Never give up and keep learning. Principal Brooks, on behalf of the Washington County School Board, and the Board of Education, I accept the Snow Canyon High School graduating class of 2019. Congratulations and best wishes, graduates.
Reminder, just bring your name card with you.
Drive safe. Thank you. I don't know. Why? Nice speech.
Abraham Lamoureux. David Park. Morgan Gertz.
Hallie.
Hallie Purcell. Caden Arnold. Amanda Bradshaw. Noel Burton. Margaret Cook. Brett Gonzalez. Kira Jensen. Samantha Johnston. Kayla Loris. Gabriela Meyer. Abby Sherman. Luca Nordquist. Kara Spenlove.
You gotta tell him to turn it up.
Hallie Steele. Gabrielle Sunich. Taylor Truman. Elise Willets. Maria Aguilar Plancarte. Joseph Ahi. Gabriela Alba. Esmeralda Alegría. Jasmine Alegría. Rachel Alejo. Yasmin Aleman. Justin Troy Anderson. Ellie Anderson. Olivia Atkin. Caitlin Baker. Kyle Baker. Armando Ballesteros. Chance Barney. Mark Baumgarten. Annie Bearden. Dylan Beck. James Beck. Marin Beck. Amelia Belknap. Caleb Bitsui. Isaac Bloxam. Bodie Bostwick. Walker Bowler. Jackson Boyce. Justin Bracken. Haley Bradley. Ashley Brindley. Cole Brinkerhoff. Rebecca Briscoe. Mackenzie Bruff. Kirk Brown. Whitney Brown. Ethan Bunker. Rachel Bunting. Cicada Burchinal. Connor Burgess. Grant Bush. Kaysen Bushnell. Eric Call. Joshua Calvo Rincon. Caden Campbell. What? Taylor Capurro. Edmundo Cardoso. Mesik Carlson. Talon Carroll. Jose Cervantes. Abraham Cervera. Tanner Chadburn. Dylan Chappell. Alex Christensen. Nicole Christensen. Ryan Clark. Trinity Coleman. Cole Connell. Ethan Cox. Kaya Crane. Braden Criddle. Samantha Cully. Joseph Daniel. Malik Davenport. Dallas Davidson. Mikkel Davis. Brayton DeMille. Chloe Derrick. Sasha Dittman. Alyssa Dover.
Silas Draney.
Silas Draney. Spencer Duffin. Jacob Dunkley. Dane Durante. Vanessa Ekberg. Ellie Erickson. Talon Ernstrom. Braden Esplin. Bobby Farnsworth. Joseph Farnsworth. Abigail Farrer. Lucella Fisago. Alyssa Ferguson. Peyton Foyer. Yesenia Flores. Riley Foggin. Brianna Fry. Katana Gali. Marisol Garcia Orozco. Nathan Gardner. Colin Garrett. Sierra Gearhart. Kaiser George. Bianca Geraldo. Dallin Gibson. Reagan Gines. Christopher Glazinski. Hallie Goodrich. Macy Goodrich. Nicholas Goff. Amber Graves. Geronimo Grayman. Brianne Green. Joel Grijalva Chavez. Cade Garasoli. Alejandra Guzman. Brooklyn Hafen. Cassidy Hafen. Kenneth Hafen. James Hall. Mason Hall. Braden Henson. Blakely Harris. Bryn Hart. Savannah Harder. Tiffany Hatch. Grace Hinkie. Jesse Hernandez. Mia Hickman. Steele Holt. Carson Holyoke. Raquel Hoppy. Lauren Haas. Joel Howard. Melinda Hughes. Daisy Hurt. Scott Jackson. Jonah Jepson. Cole Johnson. Keith Johnson. Logan Johnson. Brady Jones. Natalie Jones. Hallie Judd. Dewitt Kanosh. Miranda Keller. Benton Kemp. Trevor Knudsen. Emily Landaverde. Jose Lara. Jace Larson. Makai Lee. Caden Lee. Maylene Lepuli. JT Lewis. Samantha Lindsay.
Amelia or Amelia?
Amelia Long. Catherine Long. Tomas Lopez. Jackson Loris. Aubryn Lovell. Kayla Lundgreen. Ellie Lyman. Julie Lyman. Aiden McFarland. Logan Malcolm. Chloe Markham. Kennedy McCall. Cole McClung. Jace McCoy. Xander McDonald Bardsley. Aranza Melendez. Ashley Mendel. Jace Miller. Jaden Millette.
Hey, was that the same guys? Were they twins?
That was Millette. Sorry. Erica Mitchell. Tanner Mitchell. Marley Moala. Graciela Molina. Alberto Mondragen. Axel Montaño. Dylan Mosier. Erwin Moss. Braden P. Nelson. Braden W. Nelson. Hunter Nelson. Lacey Newberry. Alexis Nolasco. Sauni Neo. Ali Nyberg. Mackenzie Oliphant. Madison Olmsted. Jeremy Olson. Alexandra Ortiz. AZ Painter. Nicole Palmer. Christian Paystrup. Sadie Peterson. Wyatt Phelps. Brian Pineda. Tana Porter. Casey Prince. Sandy Pulsifer.
Talia? Talia, good.
Talia Piper. Alexis Quibbo. Sandy Ramirez Torres. Joanna Ramos. Harrison Ray. Emily Reel. Brooklyn Reynolds. Levi Reynolds. Miles Reynolds. Montserrat Reynosa. Jonathan Ryder. Alvaro Rivera Hernandez. Joseph Robertson. Skylar Rogers. Cassandra Rojas. Cheyenne Rose. Elizabeth Rowland. Megan Royer. Derek Rush. Kevin Sanchez. Savian Sanchez. Keith Shear. Dylan Scott. Cole Seal. Megan Siemens. Brock Seacrest. Jorge Segura. Timothy Shakespeare. Isaac Silva. Damon Simpkins. Tyler Simmons. Chelsea Lynn Slack. Caleb Slade. Isaac Slivers. Caitlin Smith. Marissa Smith. Carson Snow. Natalie Stafford. Celeste Stevens. Emily Stewart. Garrett Stock. Lucas Stoddard. Zachary Stratton. Larry Sullivan. Isaac Sumner. Jeffrey Svedin. Megan Swan. Shayla Swingler. Marshawn Swinney. Jonah Thorne. Trevor Thornock. Aaron Till. Parker Timmons. Jeremiah Tolman. Emma Tomlinson. Kailogi Sinigini. Samuel Valadez. Griselda Valdivia. Haley Vargas. Miguel Vasquez. Caitlin Verespi. Edgar Vizcaino. Grace Walter. Carissa Wardle. Patricia Walsh. Patricia Wash. Samuel Watts. Faith Weaver. Kristen Welch. Mackenzie White. Giuseppino Williams. Hannah Wilson. Isabel Wood. Luis Saldivar. Anthony Samudio. Jessica Savala. Connor Harward. Alyssa Button. Susanna Monroy. Devin Marble. Isaac Wilbur. Travis Davenport. Taylor Lundell. Jocelyn Wilson. Tyler Stephen Smith. And Preston Heaton.
I know a little girl who wished away too many moments. When she was 8, she wished to be 12 so she could pierce her ears. When she was 12, she wished to be 16 so she could date. And when she was 16, she wished to graduate because she thought she'd be freer and happier then. I wish I could tell her. I wish I could tell her that the world around her never seems as whimsical or charming as it did when she was 8, that the friends and teachers she so cherished growing up would soon be over 1,000 miles away. I wish I could tell her that the sentence, paragraph, and page she is on will turn much too quickly, and she should bask in every comma, run-on sentence, and period she is gifted, for the page turns too fast. Today is a memorable day for all of us. Today we lose some of the most prominent characters in our story so far. Today we say goodbye to the familiar face in the hallway we could never quite put a name to, close confidants, inspiring teachers, zany friends, and family members you'll feel as if you'll suffocate without. Today you tell Mrs. Parker that you loved her class almost as much as Jeremiah Tolman loved the Dutch, which is a lot. You relate a Pulsifer that is challenging as her classes were. You always respected her and adored her passion for English and her tolerance for James Hall's obscure 80s references. And you thank Papa Kraling for the contagious laughter, the unceasing support, and the unfading fervor for the gold, green, and blue. Today you marvel once again, maybe for the last time, at the man that is David Park. You relish in Hallie Steele's warm, kind-hearted smile. And you ask Abe Lamoureux if he would consider letting you be his first kiss. Today is the beginning of our next chapter. Plot twists, trials, protagonists, old characters, and happy endings await us. And many people will try to narrate your story for you. Peers, adults, and family many times have the best intentions at heart. But do not take a warning or anecdote for fact or absolute. Every story ever written carries different plot lines, characters, and endings. No one ever knows exactly what the next page for you holds. Jack Kerouac said, "When writing the story of life, don't let anyone else hold the pen." So while it is beneficial to be wary of could-bes, do not let yourself subscribe to ideal should-bes, or even let yourself stop yourself from pursuing a dream or aspiration due to someone else's misconceptions. This is your story. Write it. In 1962, an attractive, smart, and popular high school boy made the monumental decision to join the U.S. Army. Danny Fernandez had a bright, successful future ahead of him. Many of his fellow soldiers often cracked jokes claiming there was no way someone like him would willingly volunteer. He had to have been drafted. On February 18th, 1966, while actively serving in Vietnam, Danny's 16-man patrol was ambushed and forced to fall back. Fernandez and 2 others volunteered to follow a sergeant back to the ambush site to rescue a wounded soldier who had been left behind. All 5 men were pinned down by heavy fire when a rifle grenade landed in their midst. Danny then screamed for his men to move out, jumped over the immobile sergeant, and threw himself on the grenade, saving all of his comrades, yet forfeiting his life in the process. Danny Fernandez did not make the decision to die for his country and his friends in those mere seconds. I guarantee that that decision to die for what he loved and what he believed in was made years ago. While most of us will not find ourselves in such dire situations, we should make it a priority to know ourselves just as Danny did. Remember what you love, what you fight for, and what you would die for. When the decision comes, when the crossroads arrive, if you know what matters to you, the decision is already made. This is your story. Remember why you're writing it. The world is so much bigger than our high school. The news is full of stories relaying contention and conflict with seemingly no horizon or solution in the distance. It is easy to get wrapped up in the anxiety, anger, and outrage associated with all the controversy and dissension. Our differences many times seemingly tug and pull at the seams that hold our society together. Can that be fixed? Would our lives be shaped for the better if we glossed over everything that made us unique? Differences are an absolute. Contrasting opinions, cultures, languages, education levels, occupations, personalities will always exist. Yet it is more important to focus on what is most easily forgotten, the common ground we all share. My greatest hope for the Snow Canyon High School class of 2019 is this: don't fuel the ugly fire, the fire that burns with nothing but hate and irrationality and the inability to see past your own desires and feelings. Every story is different. Every person has motivations and feelings behind the actions they take. When we seek to understand, when we put behind us the inclination to win and destroy, when we learn that our greatest tools of persuasion and cohesion reach far beyond hatred and cruelty, that is when we will find a world worth fighting for. Think before you act. Strive to find empathy within you when it seems someone else's mind is made up all wrong. Conjure up the courage to fight for what you believe in, but never lose the ability to treat others with kindness. To some, our graduation may feel like the end of the story. High school is all we've ever known. But I promise there's a world out there for our taking. Your story isn't over yet. Get out there and make a difference. Turn the page and write better than those before us. Turn the page and write better for those to come. Now, if the class of 2019 would please rise and join me in our senior salute. On my count, you're going to move your tassel from the right side of your cap over to the left. Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, class of 2019. We did it.
Thank you, and please enjoy this day. Be safe. Thank you.
We can get a picture of the C, but the S is gone.
Oh, I was about to ask the same thing.
Oh, you
Alright, so I'm gonna have to take this though.
want me to take it? Hey, yeah.
Oh.
These here people. You're welcome. Oh, this is a cute picture.
That's okay. Ready for grad night? I'm working on 5 hours right now. What's your percentage?
I am too. For 3 nights in a row, Dave. Invite me.
Okay, yeah, no, my.
Take you down.
Said that 100 times and you can never back up even once.
Okay, tonight, grad night. Yep. Bye. On the stage. We'll get up there.
So listen.
Yeah, no.
Alright, bet I'll be waiting. I ain't fighting Saudi, I'm fighting you. We gonna hug it out and then I'll be 2 against 1, me and Uni versus you. Best watch your back, Kira.
Who are you with? You drive separate too?
I'm drove with you.
So you and Kira together? And Kane separate?
How about I just come with you, then we go get Pizza Factory breadsticks, and then we let Kira come. Okay, do you want to go get them for me? Mom said
Well,
I
I
could
guess
have
I
it.
could move
Mom said I could
stuff
have it
around.
because can't eat it. Can't hurt it.
Oh, do you have to order them or are they going to be ready?
I can order them right now if you want. I'll order them right now.
Do you want me to just clear a spot for you and you can hop in the truck or you're hang with here?
Oh,
So you want
Where-
me
where
to
do-
get breadsticks? Yeah.
where do you want? Do you want it the one in the middle of town or over by?
Go to the middle of town because then you go to Ernesto's and then.
I'm gonna get here.
Bread twist pizza factory, right? How many you get? 2 bread twists pizza factory. Do we have to order or is that something maybe we have ready for us?
They have it. They're pretty fast.
We're working on it.
Not really. You could just go and order it.
Go and get it? Why don't you just call them? You want me to call? I'll just call. Then it's on my phone. And they have
Okay.
it. Okay. Goodbye.
Thanks. Love you.
Did you already have that? Oh, you already got rid of that? I was going to say, if it's already on your page, just give me the number. I'll call it. I used to call it, but I don't know what it is anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the school unload.
Oh, you got to go to school first?
Yeah. With who?
Oh.
Kaden, are you gonna unload?
Isn't Kara going with you? I mean, Lexi going with you?
I could. If you want to go to dinner right now, and then. Well, why would we go to dinner? Well, I'm coming, and you already know what I want.
I literally lost my
Are we
pants.
going right now, bro?
I literally lost my pants. Like I don't have a
Where do
bodysuit
you want?
anymore. I had to go.
Where do Lexi, you take your car and you can hop in with Kira and go to school and unload. Is that what's going on?
Yeah,
What is
that
happening?
works. Can you do that separately? Okay, give Lexi your keys.
Lexi, you take the car if you can find it.
You walk down that road forever until you find
Lexi, remember we drove past it and said, oh, there's Kaden. That's where it's parked. Okay, love you.
They love you. So are you going to get your own bread sticks or you want me to get them?